Hey, it's JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's October 25th, 2024. Looking at a skiff of snow that we received yesterday in the mountains, much more in the Sawtooths, and even some more in Bogus Basin area. And if you're still enjoying this weather broadcast brought to you without any advertisement, we ask that you do a one-time donation or even better, sustaining membership to keep this going. And the weekend update, it's mostly going to be a really nice weekend. We'll have clouds in and out. There's a slight chance of rain and snow tonight, but very slight, pretty much in the mountains. It's going to be a colder day today in the mid 50s, and get much warmer tomorrow, where we get back into the mid 60s, mostly sunny skies. Tomorrow's going to be the nicest day of the weekend. And we'll have some increasing clouds again for Sunday as a cold front comes through on the late afternoon to evening. The snow level is going to start out at 8,500 feet and drop down to 6,000 feet. We're going to have pretty warm temperatures, so it's going to take a while for that snow level to drop. Looking around at morning temperatures this morning in the Wood River Valley, we are in the mid to upper 20s, so much cooler morning. And Stanley is in the just getting into the 20s. All right, looking at the satellite, got a lot of cool stuff going on. I haven't been talking about Hurricane Christy, but yesterday was a Category 4, which is pretty wild to see in the Pacific Ocean. Not normally seeing hurricanes of that strength there. And this is where it's going to be Sunday, so it's moving away from the west coast. But you can see another area of low pressure to the west of us. That's going to be filtering in that rain snow shower tonight and eventually be bringing us our storm for Sunday. All right, looking at the HER forecast. See, this is what I was mentioning, this little band of snow, rain. It's pretty much just going to be virga, which is just moisture not hitting the ground. It's evaporating before it hits the ground. If we look at the NAM forecast, it's a slightly better chance of getting some precip squeezed out of here, but not really too much with that. After the weekend, we are going to take a pretty big dip in temperatures. Next week is going to be in the 40s to low 40s by the end of the week. Halloween's looking pretty cold. Should be approaching around freezing by the time people are going out trick-or-treating. And then looking at Sunday night, how much water we're going to get out of the system is it's a little bit more than what we just received from yesterday's storm, but still not too much. All right, looking at the rainfall, water that we're going to get out of this first system. So again, not too much. We're looking at mostly in the Sawtooth Mountains, a little bit in the White Clouds, really nothing to the south. Over towards Bogus, it's looking about the same amount of moisture as this last storm that came through. But then as the week progresses, and we're kind of getting into the future forecast here, so there's a lot of room for change. You can see the amounts really bump up quite a bit into close to the 1 inch range. And then kind of hard to see Bogus Basin on this map, but I'll show you on another spot. It kind of comes in a little bit clearer. So if we look at how much snow we're going to get out of this, looking like about 4 inches in the Sawtooths. These are the higher parts of the Sawtooths. The valley floor is not going to really get much. And then we'll fast forward this into the end of the week for that second system that's coming through Wednesday to Friday. And you can see the amounts are much greater. So approaching a foot in the Sawtooths. Again, there's a lot that can happen in the next few days as the forecast kind of gets more in alignment. But yeah, could be another good hitting storm. Looks like another 4 to 5 inches in the Bogus Basin area. All right, so what's happening with the jet stream is going to be pretty much in the southwest flow over the weekend. That's why we're getting those warmer temperatures, warmer air coming up from California into our neck of the woods. But then you can see this area of low pressure Sunday kind of swoop in with that cold front, and that's going to be the driver of that first area of snow. And then a huge elongated trough here that's going to bring down a lot of cool weather for the week. And then our next system coming through for Wednesday. This is kind of when we get into the future fantasy forecast. So a little bit deeper low and a little bit set up tighter gradient to swirl in some snow into our area. So we'll see what happens with that. Looking ahead at the future forecast, it is looking like, you know, the October, late October into November, Halloween, that's what I was looking for. Halloween time frame is going to be much below average for temperatures and slightly above average for precip. And then we're going to move into near normal, so more like what we normally see in the fall, unlike this warm weather we've been seeing all fall for the following week, and then equal chances moving into the second week of November.